Hello, I'm Andrew, aka Quassi from Quassi's Bell Tower, and this is another episode of Point Rock Review. So our first beer, both our beers actually are from Buried Acorn, but our first one is Mr. Whip, and it's a New England IPA. And it says here, what if the kid stole the car? Mr. Zero cruising in that hot whip. So this one is done by Willow, which we did a beer review on them not too long ago called Sugar Smacks, and we were not pleased with it. And Buried Acorn, going crazy with 11 different yeast strains. I'm not even going to name them all. I will put a list right here, and that will be that. So this is by Buried Acorn and Willow. So let's see what that is all about. So far, it's looking pretty clear, which honestly, when it comes to something from Buried Acorn, I don't think they filter their stuff that much, if I'm correct. And this is, well, it's still a little cloudy, but it's clearer than I thought it would be. Still a little cloudy. And the funny thing is, I was saying in the last beer I had that it looked carbonated, and in another review I did. I don't think it's carbonated at all with that one, probably even this one, but it definitely, looks like it's carbonated. The suds, they're there, but it looks like they're going to disappear quite soon. But anyways, let's get this to smell. Yeah, it's a New England IPA for sure. Smells pretty good though, not too bad. It almost reminds me of that taste I always get in some of these IPAs, and it's not against anybody that makes IPAs. For some reason, I always get a weird dirty dishwater taste. Not saying it's in there, of course it's not, but that's kind of what it reminds me of sometimes. So let's take a sip of this and see what Buried Acorn and Willow are all about. Wow, that's different. Wow, that's actually pretty good. I thought it would be more hoppier, but it's not that bad at all. I'm kind of enjoying this. And I love the artwork these guys do or have done on their cans. They always have a different artist, or maybe the same artist here or there, do some stuff. Label Magic by Variety Studios, and it's interesting. It's kind of like a swirly oil paint thing, and that's really cool. And when we get to the next beer, we'll discuss that too. But they always have some really cool artwork on their cans, which is a plus. It entertains me to see something that's just different, and it's not just the norm, you know. Just have it say what it is, and that's it, you know. Some artwork, some kind of cool design is always good. But anyways, with all these different yeast strains and everything else in it, which I'm not even going to try to name, guys. I've been probably mispronouncing all of them. But this is pretty darn good. Willow rocks. Like I said, I had your sugar smacks there, and I had your sugar smacks there, and I was kind of like, where are you going with this? And I don't know where you guys were going with that, but you guys did a pretty good job here with Buried Acorn. I'm sure it's a little mix of your stuff and their stuff and brewing it all together and coming up with some decent, actually, New England IPA. So our next beer is brought to us by Buried Acorn, and the name of this is Wholphin Loves Narluga. I think that's how it's pronounced. I could be wrong. New England style Indian Pale Ale. Let's see, the alcohol on this is, I know it's on here, 7.8 alcohol by volume. It's a little steep. It's an independent beer. It looks pretty interesting. I'll show you guys a close-up of it. I got the sun coming in through the window in the breezeway now, so everything's nice and shiny. Hopefully you guys can see that. Not quite sure. But anyways, we're gonna open this up and see what this New England IPA is all about. Look at that, it's already foaming on me. There we go. Look at that. We're gonna let this calm down a bit because that's a lot of foam in there. Woo-wee. So we'll let that calm down before I even attempt to drink this. So I think that's about as much of that foam we're gonna worry about getting down. It had a lot of head to it, but here we go, guys. Smells like an IPA. You can smell the hops, you can smell everything that they put in this. Let's give this a try and see what it tastes like. This one seems to be a little bit thicker than the Mr. Whips that we had, but it's about the same. It's almost got kind of weird, like almost like an orangey taste to the hops and everything else they put into it. It doesn't seem as hoppy. I think they only put a couple hops in this one, which is really good, and they seem to put more yeast in that one than they did in this one. I could be wrong, I don't know. I'm not a beer expert. But anyways, this tastes pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It's not very hoppy. So I'm assuming the New England IPAs are not as hoppy as a regular IPA. I think I'm starting to really like these New England IPAs. I mean, I've had a few in the past, and I thought they were pretty good too. But I haven't had anything from Buried Acorn. I think that was a New England IPA. I think most of their stuff was always a IPA and Pale Ale. So, you know, they're trying some different things. I'm sure it's not much different, but, you know, yeah, this is definitely drinkable. I like this. So our first beer to review is Buried Acorn's Mr. Whip New England IPA. Now they ended up making this beer also with Willow Rock Brewing Company, which we did one of those. That was a sugar smacked one. I'll put a link up to here if you want to see my review on that. But anyways, this was actually pretty good. I've had some New England IPAs. Yeah, they're all just an IPA is an IPA, but honestly, this was quite mellow. It wasn't very hoppy. I don't know, maybe I'm getting used to these things. But this was a lot mellower than I would think of an IPA was. A little creamier. This was maybe because it's not filtered as much. And I don't know, I thought it was pretty good. Some people might not like it. I didn't think it was that bad. And I think I'll give this one a 3. So our next beer is another Buried Acorn New England IPA. This was the Wholphin Loves Narluga, I think, or how that's pronounced, I'm not quite sure. But this wasn't bad. I think the alcohol, like this, like I said before, yeah, it was a little higher, 7.8. It wasn't bad. It almost basically tastes like that. New England IPA tastes like a New England IPA. I know they use more yeast in this probably than they used in that. They used a little more hops in this. Honestly, this kind of tastes like that. And this was pretty good too. And even though I know you guys are from Syracuse, you're kind of local to me and everything else. I like them. So I'll give you guys a 3 again. So that's 2 beers, 2 reviews, and 2 more reasons to wonder why Mr. Whip loves donuts. Till next time, guys. Any of you local viewers that watch our channel, go check out Anacostia and check out their huge selection of beers. If you want something different than the norm, I would go there. So if you're ever in Rome, New York, go check out Anacostia. And tell them Point Rock Review sent you.